Hello everyone, welcome to the PowerShell tutorial part 1. You may be a corporate or student or a software engineer. This is required for everyone. You can automate any process or any Windows backend data via PowerShell. Newer versions of PowerShell can help you automate websites and other applications as well. To make your life smoother and easier, keep watching this channel and please subscribe to get these new updates every time. Thank you.
So hello everyone, this is my first video. I'm going to start some tutorial about PowerShell, how to do some automation using the PowerShell scripting. And basically what we are going to know in this video is what are the basic things that you need to run PowerShell script in your system, and how you can execute a simple script such as getting in details of the user or computer or any group. So let's begin. So this is my own server. I'm not using any of my company server or any of these professional servers. So it's my own server, and also it's a trial version. It will expire soon. I need to register. I need to get a product key for this. So before starting, I will tell you some basic things. These are what you need to run a PowerShell script. Before that, you need to check that the execution policy of your system is set to unrestricted. First thing. Then you need a AD, which is Active Directory for users and computers. And the third thing, you need a server to run all those things. Means starting from the PowerShell, you need you can say AD and everything you have. You need a server to run all of this. Let me tell you some features of PowerShell. You can use lot of things. You can do lot of things in PowerShell, such as you can get you can automate your processes, means starting from the notepad, starting from any applications you have, any system applications or any process level automation. How to write small PowerShell scripts in PowerShell IAC. This is the environment where you can write all the PowerShell scripts that you want, and you can execute it in very simple way. So you don't need to create a bash file or cmd file to run this command. There are a lot of features of PowerShell. You can automate processes, you can automate the task scheduling, you can automate the server, you can automate the user accounts, you can automate the group. Everything you want to do in a simpler way, in a reasonable way, in a server, you can do it with PowerShell. So there are a lot more to come, so keep watching this channel. Let me quickly go through a command. Quick get process. This is the PowerShell IAC that which I am using in my server. So if you just type get process and run this 2 words or 1 line of code,
Let me go to another command which is AT related, which is our primary code, how to automate the AT stuffs. So let me quickly go to that command. So we will start with get AT user, which is most basic, most common command in PowerShell. We will use it multiple times in our future.
This get AD user. If I run this command, it will show me the user accounts in my server. So let's see what it shows when I try to run this. It got executed and shows me an error which is the term get ad user is not recognized as the name of CMDLET. So what does that mean? That means this get ad user command it not used to with the PowerShell ISE. So what I need to do is I need to install some PowerShell libraries for AD for Active Directory. So if I don't install that, it will not allow me to run any kind of AD related scripts. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to write a command which will install all the required libraries for that. So which is import module active. So if I run this, it will pop up, it will show me a pop-up and install all the required default drive for AD. So it's just installed. So now if I try the same previous command which is get AD user, so if I just try this command get AD user, you can see there is a pop-up window in front of me, CMDLED get AD user at command --position1 supply values. So it is just basically doing that what is the conditions you are going to apply to get an user account. So that can be so it is just asking for a filter. So you already know that filter is a kind of thing to separate some values with some values. So this is just like that. So it is asking for a filter. So if I put some information over here, so it will show me some filtered accounts, so that is which will be related to this filter one. So if I just try star, so you must have a question, what is star? Star is a wild card character which means all. So if I just type star, so it will show me all the AD user accounts created in AD. So it can be in any organizational unit. So I'm just it's just a disclaimer, before using it in your company directory, just any of the commands in company server, please be cautious when while running this kind of commands. Please gain all the required knowledges before just typing a command and running it in a company server. So that's the trick, but it's not you don't need to worry about this command. It's just you will just face all of the accounts in our server. So I have given information star, so it will search all the accounts. I have not given any condition. It will search all the accounts which is already created in my AD server. So when I just pressed OK, so you can see here lots of accounts just got loaded. So I have not created much account, so I believe there will be only 27 accounts. So one is administrator, this is a default account when you create a server, and this is also a default account which is a guest. Then all these accounts which I have created, you can see Satya Das, so Satya Das and Joyce Pari and this and this and this all these accounts. So I have just created 25 accounts on my own, and rest two are the system accounts. So we just covered a new syntax. This is the most used command in PowerShell when you are automating something related to it. So after just typing that, if you want to search, if you want to put any kind of filter, means be specific with the filter, then you can do this. You can just run this command and you will get a pop-up, and you can type anything you want to type. Just like I will type here. You can see an example over here. Sam account name like admin. So there is a star, means account name will start with admin and rest whatever it is. So filter name, now I'll put here, check if there is any account which name is like Satya, which is my name obviously. So if I search that, so this is showing me error parsing query like Satya, error, syntax position 1, line 1, all these. So let's type it over here. Filter, I'll put braces over here. Why we need braces? If you want to use multiple filter option in a single command line, then you can use braces. Otherwise it's up to you. If you don't want to use filter braces, then don't. So I use this because to stay in a safer side, I'll put like command, which is to search any account which is like this string. So I have put your single quote, 2 single quotes over here. So this is this 2 single quotes specify the string between these. So I have just typed the command which will get any account whose name matches with this string, so which is Satya over here. So let's run this command. So there is no account, which is like. So let me type another keyword. Okay. Oh, nice. This is nice. I got an account. So you can see here the distinguished name is this is basically where the account is located. So you can see the CN is the name, and visual, the organizational unit is users, and the domain name is automation.satya.com. So you can see account status is false, enabled is false, means this is a disabled account. So there is no given name, means no first name. So the full name is visual, and the object class is user, means it can be a group, it can be computer. So here over here the object class is an user, and object GUID and SAM account. So in most of the cases you will need this SAM account name to add groups, to add computers, to modify anything. If you want to use this filter, then you can use, but if you don't want to use filter, you can directly add this user to any group, or you can do any changes with this SAM account. So do remember the spelling and the keyword. The SAM account name is the keyword over here, and all these things. So user principal name is the basic thing. In most of the company this is used as a email address for the user, but there is also attribute editor in AD which is email address. So some can use that. don't want to use email address, you can use user principal name. So it is all up to you. Okay, so let's go to, so we just saw SAM account name is Visual. So if I don't want to filter any account, if I want to just get one account, what I need to do, any one account, then I can put over here get a user and the SAM account name. Be specific the SAM account name, otherwise you will get a error message. So if I just run that, see, get a user, before I just ran that command and I got all the relative information over here. So you will be amazed that there are lots of fields in AD. So if you want to see all the details of any user, then means it can be employee ID and email address, offshore address, SAM account name, any workstations they use, anything. So you just need to type hyphen properties space star and run this command. So you can see all these are details of one user. So the user's name is Vishwa, and you can see what is the account expiry date, what is the account expires. If the date is set, then it will show this is an encrypted number. Account logged out time, no account delegated to anything, how many times user typed wrong password. So all these things, bad login count, bad password time, bad password count, when this account was created, what is the company, what is the address, what is the home drive, what is the phone number, what is the surname, street address, state, user principal name, all these things, title, if the user has any designation in your company. If you want to filter any user which has a senior manager designation, then you can just type get AD user and use that filter option and use the title as the input and enter some string as the senior manager, and you will get all the accounts filtered to the those who belongs to the senior manager data. So this is how it works. In next video I'm going to show you if I don't want all these fields in my system, if I want some particular fields, then how to get that. Thank you for watching my video.
Comment below if you want to learn anything else or if you have any queries related to this video.